county attorney.
Why didn't they suggest the other legal options if they were giving me that legal advice of Rule
We're not giving you legal
2.2b?
advice. We're just saying we have a situation here, and you're going to be best served by going to the Attorney General. What about that? Don't you understand?
Well, I don't understand why the stumbling block to go to the Attorney General. Why can't you guys all why can't the Sheriff's Internal Affairs do their job? Why do they have to be job abandonment?
Ray, that I can't answer. I can't address that. I don't speak for the Sheriff or the Sheriff's Department. It's a separate...
Well, the fact is, I am still going to need an appointment with Barbra La Wall because I understand what her oath means. And I'm going to call when I'm done with you here and try to get in because that guy, Dennis, said I could. And then later in the conversation told me he's not going to let me see her.
Well, Mr. Ray, you know, if it's about this issue, I am her chief of detectives. That's why you were transferred to me. And I'm trying to answer your questions the absolute best way I know how.
If I'm told I can make an appointment with Barbra La Wall, why am I transferred to you?
I'm assuming she wasn't here. I don't know.
Well, that's why I called to check on the status of my appointment I've asked for with her, not to talk to someone else.
And what is your appointment in reference to?
It's in reference to her oath of office, and if she really wants to honor it or not.
About your complaint concerning the Sheriff's Department.
About my victims' rights, about my Fourth Amendment rights, my Second Amendment rights, my Fifth and Sixth, my 2.2 due process of the Arizona Constitution. Yeah, my rights. That's what it's about, and her oath.
Yes, Mr. Ray.
Yes.
Well, and my advice is that has to go to the Attorney General.
Is that legal advice?
No, sir.
Well, what kind of advice is it? Personal advice?
I'm telling you, that's where this has to go.
Well, I'm telling you, I saw it go somewhere else on the media, Channel 9, and a sheriff that raped another sheriff was prosecuted by your county attorneys.
Well, it's apples and pears.
Well, that's what you guys are talking to me, apples and oranges, about civil and criminal.
Ray, why are you and I trying to talk over each other? Nothing gets accomplished.
I know, and that's what the resistance I run into at the Sheriff's Department, with Internal Affairs, all the way up to Dupnik, all the chiefs, and now the county attorney. Ramon Valadez told me to bring it to you guys. That's another high-ranking official.
Absolutely. He's a member of the Board of Supervisors.
Yeah, and he has an oath too, and he's not really honoring it.
It really sounds like you may have a problem with a lot of the elected officials.
Well, it sounds like the oath of office part of you guys' job description is broken.
Mr. Ray, is there anything else that I can help you with?
Well, since you haven't helped me with anything yet, really, I know you believe one way and I believe another, but as a real American, I'm gonna do it my way. I guess not. I'm gonna call Barbra La Wall back. I'm gonna ask what's going on with the appointment. I didn't want to talk to you. I want to talk to her, and I'm tired of talking to other people. If you call to talk to me, do you want to talk to my neighbor? Probably not. Well, I want to talk to her, and that guy, Dennis, said I could. Then he changed his mind. I think you changed his mind because it's when he came back and said I couldn't. And so I'm going with what he said in the beginning. In fact, he said some other things that's pretty interesting, but I cannot drop the ball on this. These sheriffs are corrupt. They cannot be allowed to tamper with the public record. And when I go through every avenue and everybody points me to them, when I go to the county attorneys, when Ramon Valadez says, and people just give me stumbling blocks, go to the Attorney General, well, that must mean that...
No, Mr. Ray, if you have an allegation of corruption, are you aware that the Federal Bureau of Investigation has a political corruption unit?
Yeah, but you see, we don't have to go all those extra steps. All I need is a TPD to go down there with me, keep the peace, while I effectuate a citizen's arrest under AS 1338-84, which is a constitutional right, and it's authorized by Arizona Revised Statute. The paperwork will end up in your office. You guys will be like having to prosecute the...
And we would do the same thing. We would send it over to the Attorney General's office because of a conflict.
What is the exact conflict? Just because you represent them? That seems
Ray,
like you could claim that on...
conflict was...
Isn't the conflict also then on the other sheriff? If you're representing the sheriffs and prosecuting the sheriffs, where was the conflict there on the sheriff to rape the other sheriff?
I've already answered that question for you. Is there anything else I can do for you, Mr. Ray?
Well, why don't... It seems kind of obvious that not, but why don't we make an appointment? Why don't you look at the paperwork I got?
I have the paperwork right in front of me. I have a folder here.
That ain't all the paperwork, and I'm telling you right now, my file's full. That was... If that was a full investigation, you'd have a lot more paperwork there than 3 sheets. All right, I guess you can't help me, but I just need these names. I don't know what else to do but risk management form it and put them on the list because they obstructed too, and they said you told them to do that, so I got it on the record.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, do you care to make any comments, statements in your defense? Because they said you said to kick me out of there, pretty much.
Well, I just disagree with that.
Oh, that you
Anything else, Mr. Ray?
Well, you keep asking me anything else, and I ask you something. Well, yeah, I got something else. Do you take the oath?
Mr. Ray, is there anything else that
Yes,
I can do
do you
for
take the oath?
Is there anything else that I can do for you?
You can answer my question.
Am I an elected official? No.
Are you appointed?
Am I appointed?
Yeah, as your position, are you appointed as your chief detective?
As opposed to merit protected? I don't understand your question.
Elected officials are either elected
Mr.
or
Ray,
appointed.
I'm not going to get into this debate with you. You know, what is it? Is anything else I can do for you?
Yeah, I'd like my victims' rights maintained by my local government, the ones that take the oath to do it. That's pretty much it in a nutshell.
Well, I've advised you how to do that and how to address it.
But you're not allowed to give
unwilling
advice.
to do that, or you don't want to do it, or you want to debate, and I can't do that. I mean, I just can't do that.
Why do you only give one avenue? Why Attorney General? Why does you guys know that takes longer? Why not citizen's arrest or the court rules 2.2b? Why not the easier way for the people? Why the harder way for the people?
Mr. Ray, you have beliefs, and I'm not going to step on those beliefs. If you have a belief that you can do something, maybe you need to consult with an attorney to do that. I don't know. You're asking for legal opinions. You're asking for legal advice.
Well, I get all kinds of legal opinions.
Legal advice. I am not an attorney.
Okay. Well, thanks for your time. When they try to transfer me back to you, just tell them you don't want to talk to me because I just want to get my appointment with Barbra La Wall like the other guy said I could. And so, I guess...
Okay, well then you have a good day, Mr.
Well, you have a good day and better tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thanks for being a real American.
Thank you.
That's a little
Bye-bye.
sarcasm. Well, there you have it, folks. Corruption. Corruption. And more corruption. Stumbling blocks. Stumbling blocks. Cinder blocks. They dig a hole for you to fall in. Go to the Attorney General. That's my advice. Oh, is that legal advice? Oh, no, that's not legal advice. Oh, it's personal advice? Well, these guys, they make it up as they go. Get me all riled. Rawr. Let's see. All right. Well, folks, thanks for tuning in. So you all have a great day and a better tomorrow.